Welcome on back. Let's see what the hullabaloo is about this old temple. My first step, attempt to get out of bounds. Didn't work. All right.
Is that some kind of anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
Time for uppies. Ooh.
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection, the creator or the created?
What the hell are you talking about, lady? Creators, because they came from nature. Created, because they came from art, not chaos. They are the same, for they share the same breath. Neither, they cannot be compared. Neither, because perfection is impossible. I'm gonna go with perfection is impossible.
The man who lives on the plains imagines that the gods dwell on the mountaintop. But if he followed the steep road, he would see his shadow in the clouds beneath. When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified?
Knowledge belongs to all? Yes, because parents should not leave their children hopeless. No, fire was not for humankind to have. Because knowledge must be earned, not given. Zeus did not create fire. It was not his to own in the first place. Let's go with that one.
If Zeus did not own fire, why should humankind? Angered by the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished humankind by creating Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
Hope may be found if we're looking for it. Zeus intended for humankind to have hope. It should have been released. Hope itself is itself an evil, like sorrow and suffering. We are lucky it didn't escape. Zeus intended for humankind not to have hope, so it remains trapped. We suffer, but we do not anticipate it. This is a blessing, as Zeus intended. Yeah, let's go with Zeus didn't want humankind to have hope.
If Zeus did not intend for humankind to have hope, why did he place it within the box? Creature of clay, you stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you?
Bring it on!
Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
Ooh, oh shit. The fuck is this? The giant fuck-off green laser.
The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
Ooh. Incoming group call.
We need to talk about
Nope,
what just
Teams
happened.
chat.
Thoughts?
I'd say there are two distinct issues here. What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam?
Let's start with the Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
I don't think... not sure. That interaction
Let's
wasn't
skip
long
that
enough.
issue for now. What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
Seems sort of threatening. Testing me. He was just being cryptic to annoy me. I had no idea. I think it was
Testing
testing.
you to what? See if you're worthy?
That's an interesting thought. You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam, and if you do it 3 times, you get access to the megastructure.
Maybe, but why?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't you like mysteries, Al? Everybody likes a good mystery.
You know what I like? Certainty.
So if we've got 3 things we need to activate, we have 3 notable characters: Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. So I feel like our next 2 we're going to meet is probably Pandora and then Prometheus. I feel like it's going to be the order. But that can't be all, because we have a lot of areas when we were in the transport network. So I think we might actually be revisiting the same characters. I wonder if they're going to keep probing us and questioning us. Let's see, come on now. A little. Should be careful. We're all doomed. Say nothing. We'll go with that.
That's the spirit.
I kind of like Byron. He's growing on me.
Puzzles. The rest of you, as you were.
All right. All right. 1 area down. Let's see what the next one has for us. So far, the puzzles have been quite fresh. Now, the game didn't waste too much rehashing mechanics of the first game to bring people up to speed. And it's really working within the design space to make things new. So, feeling pretty solid so far. Gate. Hey, you caught?
Hey, 1K, what's up?
You want to solve some of the puzzles?
Oh, no, please. No puzzles. I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
Aww. The farthest you've ever been.
It might be this. Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north, incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think about it, there might be some of that in you.
What do you think the towers are for?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering?
Absolutely. I like how our vision, we have these little glitches going on. It's really fun to be reminded that we're a robot, and so like our view is, you know, digitally being processed. I agree, they're pretty
I don't know
beautiful.
who built this place, but
Very
whoever they were,
aesthetically
they
pleasing.
must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
Ever seen anything like the megastructure?
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things. Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
I'm pretty sure they made a few pyramids.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting. I'm just a member of the scavenging
Mood.
team. Well,
Mood, you
senior
caught.
member. Lead scavenger, I guess. There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor. What else? I have a cat named Bruce. I like old music.
Aw, he's got a kitty.
I have a collection of antique bottles. I think that's it.
Tell me about Bruce. Tell me about the
5
kitty.
years old, half goofball, half psychopath. Loves sticking his head into things. Chews cables.
Yep.
Pees on electrical stuff.
Yep, sounds like a cat.
Melville banned him from her workshop, but he loves visiting her and peeing on her equipment.
Or you become a scavenger.
I've always loved exploration, seeing new places, that feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this
Absolutely.
time. But you know, it's not even that. It's just seeing new things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not
Absolutely.
the same as just reading about it.
I agree. Discovering the world enriches our lives.
Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me, that extends my horizons in ways I couldn't have anticipated. The world is so much bigger than we are. It contains things that we can't even imagine. And if we limit ourselves to our own minds, we'll never grow.
Why do you collect bottles?
I just find it fascinating that these fragile objects have survived for so long.
Well, I mean,
Plus,
Nuka-Cola is pretty
Kind of
solid.
pretty.
All right. Let's find the bullet train to our next destination. I think it was over here. They're like a... Ooh, science. Wait, what's this? Why is this red? Did I get it? Wooded Plateau. Lost Labs. Gold puzzles. Oh, the Lost Labs is the okay. I know what it is now. It's the thing where we saw like the boring hole thingamabobamajigger. Okay. Where is our bullet train, however? So we can go to another area. Woggy, I saw that hippity hoppity. Get back on my property. I want you to frog. Damn frogs.
I think we're done here for now. Let's head over to the next site.
I'm trying, Byron, but I'm lost. I'm an explorer, not a navigator. I explore because I don't know where the fuck I am. Oh, I see the bullet train on my HUD now. I can just aim straight for it. Is it over here? Oh, it's above me. I see. Fox? Where'd it go? Aw. I wanted to pet the aminal. I wanted to find out what the fox said. Oh, I don't think we pressed this. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandria Drenan's instructions. But while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. I must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner. But then, they probably expected all 12 of us to be here from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. No telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. For the introduction to Are We There Yet?, Where We Came From, Where We're Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contra Romero, sometimes people point at the last few hundred, or thousand, years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point, that this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads, and they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then, slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. And that same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now, doesn't mean it's never going to change. From Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elwyn. I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before, and I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexandra Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed? Many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way to go back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Fox! What does the fox say? Oh, I can't pet the fox. It also would not tell me what it says. Sag. Alright, how do I get back to the rocket terminal, baby? Ah, here we go. Fascinating structures. Don't you agree? Alright, gotta make sure there's nothing hidden over here. Ooh. I like that attention to detail. The sound changes whenever we're stepping on the glass. Doesn't look like we have anything hidden up here. I see. Very well then, game. Here too. Time to check out the next area. We fucking derailed.
Okay, everybody. I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next site. But while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that Wonka found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Please find all the documentation. Ooh. I see that meta puzzle. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Ah, hey, Aurora. Thanks for the hunter plushie. Where is it connecting to is the question. A world's slowest toss. It is very slow. Alright, we need to connect something to that. It's probably going to be using this puzzle. It's just gently vibing there. Exactly. Ah, shit. We got coyotes. Ooh. Driller? I hardly knew her. Oh, this is sweet. This game added coyotes? Apparently. Alright, we can't walk through it. But it looks like we can walk in front of the driller. Interesting. Alright, we need multiple colors. So let's see. Red is over there. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I need to get the blue one over here. No. I need to be able to use the driller over here. Alright, hold on. Let's see. What happens if I get red? Alright, we get this open. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. Okay, I need to get blue. Maybe I don't know what I need to do. Need to get red and blue. Damn, can't drill right through the portal. Would have been too easy, I guess. If I do this, do this. But could I connect? If I pick this up, it's going to close. Oh! Okay. Okay, so if I do laser and that... and get this going. Okay, hold on. Does it not work that way? I guess I need to get two different colors, don't I? Yeah. Like jumping 4 hours in doesn't help me understand a single thing about what's happening. We're trying to solve puzzles. It's a bit of a bit tunnel. So we have normal prisms, which can get from one light source. They're 1 to 1. We have this converter, which needs 2 lights, and it mixes them. So if we can get red and blue, we'll get the green. And we have a new thing, this driller, which will open a hole in these rusted walls. But I'm a little bit at an impasse at how I get the blue out. Unless I'm really overthinking this. I think I am. I think I'm really overthinking it. Yeah, I was really overthinking it. Snarf! I see it pulled out the old books. Yeah! I mean, it's Talos Principle 2! We gotta make sure we have
Can't help but notice
all our
that
philosophical
many of
books.
these structures are not strictly functional. There's a sense of aesthetics, of beauty here. This place might be meant to test us somehow, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
I'm not sure what this beam needs. Oh, what's this do? What does that switch do? I don't really see anything that switch is going to, so we'll go ahead and leave it on, because why not? You know? What might we find in these stone edifices that surround us? Perhaps we'll find enlightenment. Or we could fall to our deaths. So let's avoid that outcome. It is interesting how Talos is pretty good about not hiding secrets like just only on the edges out of the way on the map, but on the internal areas of maps. So you really gotta look around to find things, secrets. I really thought that would be something in that cave. I feel like eventually we're gonna find like a hologram wall. We'll just like walk right through it. Placement. Okay. Alright, so we have a fan. We have a driller. Have you been given an axe yet? It's like the only thing I remember in the first game. Well, we're not in a simulation. We're actually in the real world for this game. I have not found an axe, though. That is a good point. I should keep a lookout for any axes. Any axen. Alright, that seems drillable. So... Oh, right. I can't step through. I can only grab from. And create a hole over here. The cube is too far! So we need to drill a hole up there to reach the block. How am I to... Wait, can I... I'm not sure I can drill that side. No, I cannot. Oh, you know what? And do this. Alright, we got all of our bullshit. Good stuff, good stuff. I need to make a hole up there. Put this there. We connect that and that. Place it on the queue. Hey! Easy peasy.
I keep thinking, why puzzles? Is it just their symbolic value because of our history? Because the thing about puzzles is they can be solved. But if this is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity? Our persistence?
You're assuming that this place follows a coherent logic. My impression is that it's full of contradictions.
Contradict these nuts. Big brain maneuvers? Yeah. Substantial intelligence. Alright, so we got a red over here. Ah! You hit me with the plushie and then yeet me. That's just rude. Alright? That's rude is what that is. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. What if I do... What if I do this? I'm gonna say you're a rude dude with an attitude. I see. I forgot. I could just walk through area. That. Duh. Alright, so we need to get red all the way over here. To do that, we need to get this prism out. Can't reach that prism, however. I'm gonna make this too easy. Okay, somehow that's in range. Alright, we take those. Then I go over here. Grab this. Now I just need to put this here. Alright. Grab this. Connect that. Grab the driller. Red dude with an attitude. Alright, that wasn't too hard of a puzzle. Get ourselves a little bonus out.
I hate solving puzzles myself, but watching you solve them is kind of fun.
Anya, Anya. Alright, no double secrets. We still need to find out what the meta laser perhaps is doing. I don't know if green is the right one, because I think we can direct all sorts of lasers into it. we should perhaps take a gander to see if there's anything going on with it. Oh, this is the first puzzle. Quantum tunneling. I see. I see. Can't take Driller through its own hole. Ooh. Alright, so we got them out. Let's do a bit of leapfrogging. Is that how the latest CPUs work? What, with drills? Or just quantum computing. Or is it just technobabble? I mean, there's some quantum computing.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles? They're not replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Were they similar?
No, not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
Quantum tunneling. I'm certainly not an expert when it comes to quantum stuff. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Baby, please. Jammer, I hardly knew her. Alright, so if I go over here... I know what I need to do. Let me go over here, grab the jammer, jam that. Yar fuck. Alright, hold on, we have to do a little bit of leapfrog. Just remember hearing that term before. I mean, I feel like it's a legitimate term. It's just not like a drilling term. Bada bing, bada boom, my friends.
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
I've gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question. I'm glad we don't get headaches.
Now you're thinking with portals. Exactly. Alright. Let's see where that green laser meta puzzle is doing anything. Okay, so it hits that, and then it's going way the fuck over there. Two,
So
4,
these
7,
monuments
8.
represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx, and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
For a given value of sense.
Alright, so we're getting the green over here. So I need to find out... Alright, we're gonna have... I think it might be this puzzle over here that we need to use that external color to solve. From the New Theology by George Bernard Shaw. The object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God. That is to say, instead of the old notion that creation itself began with a God, a personal being who, being perfect, created something lower than himself. The aim of the new theology is to return that process the other way, and to conceive of the force behind the universe as working up through imperfection and mistake to a perfect organized being, having the power of fulfilling its highest purpose. In a sense that there is no God as yet achieved, but there is that force at work making God, struggling through us to become an actual organized existence, enjoying what to many of us is the greatest conceivable ecstasy, the ecstasy of a brain and intelligence, actually conscious of the whole, and with executive force capable of guiding it to a perfectly benevolent and harmonious end. That is what we are working to. Can I get missed vibes from this game? Definitely feels much more point-and-click adventure-y. Being able to actually do more like running around in an open world where there happens to be puzzles in it. I certainly agree with that. Definitely much more like the later Myst games, which were much more moving around, like Riven and Exiles. Oh, all right, we got another code that I need to copy for future Drekkie to run through a base 64 or a hexadecimal decoder. It's probably a hex. The Lives of the First Companions by Randolph. After these events, Naim decided to consult the writings of the ancients, but while philosophy and religion interested her, it was art in all its forms that came as a revelation. To her delight, she discovered that meaning was not something constructed purely out of logic or will, but that it could also be found in stories. That even when the characters and events of a story were not factual, they had a validity and weight, as if they had somehow were real at all. She was astonished that such a profound experience was freely available to all humans, but concerned that too few took advantage of it. So she set out to enrich the inner lives of her fellow citizens by promoting the arts, starting with the legacy of Genna. Emma sounds nice. I would love to meet her one day. She must know more about New Jerusalem art history than anyone. When we do, remind me to explain how to pronounce her name. The default settings in the language libraries are wrong. Failed to load profile. Interesting. That's what I did. Leviathan. From the Introduction to Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. Nature, the art whereby God has made and governs the world, is, by the art of man, as in many other things, so in this also imitated, that it can make an artificial animal. For seeing life is but a motion of the limbs, the beginning whereof is in some principal part within. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels, as does I watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the whole body, such as was intended by the artificer? Art goes yet further, imitating that rational and most excellent work of nature, man. For by art is created that great Leviathan called a commonwealth, or state, in Latin civitas, which is but an artificial man, though of greater stature and strength than the natural, for whose protection and defense it was intended, and in which the sovereignty is an artificial soul, as giving life and motion to the whole. Lastly, the pacts and covenants by which the part of this body, politique, were at first made, set together and united, resemble the fiat, or the let us make man, pronounced by God in the creation. It is obvious that Hobbes has read Stratton and is extrapolating the Talos principle to the level of the state, but unlike Stratton, all he wishes for at the end of the day is a powerful ruler to control this machine, to tell him what to do. That sounds like someone who made a clockwork android. Hey, yeah, let's get some steampunk. Steampunk robots. Alright, this is puzzle 8. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong about that meta puzzle. Here's another one. Alright, so if I do this. Okay, so that's simple, but I need to get blue. I can do like this. I see. I see. I see. Hmm. If I do this... Wait, no. If I do this... no, that's cutting off the entirety. I need to do something on the outside, so more like this. That's gonna cut off by the blue laser. The most direct is gonna be here to there. Actually, if I move this over here... and I do this. I can do this. We have our blue laser, but how do I get the red open? If I do red, it's gonna block the blue. I can do this. So now I'm on the other side. Wait. I have a better idea. We'll do this. By doing this, that'll work. And then whenever we do this, it'll break it. Doing this. Bada bing, bada boom, baby! Conditional access policy.
I admire your persistence, 1K.
Aw, thank you. This was puzzle 8. So we have this laser. Trying to find some place that views it that could make use of that external solution. Eye of the Needle. Interesting. Ah! Why are you throwing hot dogs at me? There's getting ketchup and mustard everywhere, Arcanic. Wait, I need the jammer. Wait, what? How the fuck? It's either that or the hamburger. I get... How do I get that jammer? How do I get in that area? Nani the fuck? Oh, can't climb up the wall. That's not it. See, I need to get blue. That's easy enough. Let's see, and then we need to get this to drill through here. Like so. Wait a second. Put this here. I need... If I pick this up, it's going to turn off this portal. But I need to be on this side when I do that. I need to put it way over here. Which now makes me again wonder about this... Oh. I'm a potato. I understand now. Alright, that works well enough. I just needed to disable one of those. There we go, baby! Hells to the yeah, my friend. Hells to the yeah. Alright, that doesn't connect. Doesn't look like it. Hold on. Doesn't look like there's any area I could take stuff out of bounds. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where was it? Not this. Right, that's like a little gate thing. Still don't know what to do about that. I feel like I have to get one of the puzzles outside. Okay, I think I know what to do to solve that Athena puzzle, because I think... Yeah, we'll check it after when I find it next. I think I need to activate that switch on certain puzzles. Alright, so what's up here? Alright, we got a driller. Clearly the solution is twice as much explosives. Exactly. When in doubt, apply more explosives. What if... I need to get this out. To do that, I probably need... No? Aha! So we take this over here. Ah! You serious? Why is it not launching me thing? Do you reckon what uppies? I want to take my driller, and I want the uppies. I mean, I know I need to get a fucking... Get this damn thing out. Why can I not launch this? So mad! So mad! And I'm confused! It seems like I need to get the jammers out so I can get this, use the drillers to get that jammer out, so I can use the jammer on that. What am I missing? Wait a minute. Ah, I see. Whoops. Alright, we fixed it. We solved it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Whee! clunk, clunk, clunk. We need to take one jammer with us because we need to have something on that button. Drop this, put that there, jump on this. Bada bing, bada boom, drop this. Pick this up. Put it on here. Put this there. Yeah, fucking who, baby? Let's test something. Making sure I can't use this on anything in the distance. Very well, when? Very well, when? Alright, where is the Sphinx? Right. So we need 2, 4, 7, 8. So off. 2, 4, 7, 8. This looks like the bunker, so let's go ahead and grab these schematics.
Looks like you found another lab. Wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected.
What were they doing here?
And who are they?
Color inverters? Fragment of Stratton's The Origins of Thought, as quoted in a commentary by Simplicus of Celia. Stratton, to say that material things are brought into being by ideas is to flatter ourselves, which is an error philosophers are... Hey, welcome on by, Identity Crisis. Oh shoot. I mean, it says ads in progress. Shice. All right, I'll give it a minute. I'll let the ads finish out and then reconvene them. Whee! Never seen a raid ad. Hey, Tesla Coil. Hey, Castelia and Murder Walrus. Welcome, welcome on by, all of y'all. Very pretty snake reminds me of Aztec Arc. Yeah. Ah! Dang it, Aurorum! Why are you sending me into the void like that? If you don't know me, I am Dreki Ormer, a draconic serpent, a flightless dragon, or simply a worm on the internet. Today we're cracking open Talos Principle 2. Very puzzly game. Ah! You fool! Why are you throwing hot dogs at me? Slugcat said yeet. Yes. What were y'all up to?
Hold on, give me a second.
Outer Wilds. Ooh,
Oh crap!
No!
Oh my frogs!
Ah, shit! No! Fuck! I won't be able to get them all! They're gonna get lost! Ah, come on! I'm in the middle of the forest! Dang it, Aurorum! It's gonna take me forever to get all those frogs back together. Outer Wilds is a fantastic game. I don't know how long you were streaming, though. Streaming's pretty hard work. So, you know, take a minute to leave a piss. Take a water, you know, wiggle yourself on out. Because now you can relax because I'm the one that has to entertain and get scared. Although it's hard to get scared in a puzzle game. Maybe Maybe existentially terrified. Yeah, maybe. Oh, thank you for the boops. Give me 1 second. While the ads were going, I did get my last bit of coffee, so let me pick that up real quick.
I drink the water, try a party, live or something, and then I have to go put the water somewhere else 5 minutes later. All hours of the day, all hours of the night, no matter what I'm doing, my life is interrupted by this.
Hey, Identity! Congratulations on the rare hydrate. Hey, Durangar, you finally broke your yeeting streak. Oh, I almost forgot. Welcome to the Ziggurat, Identity. Hope you enjoy your time. Welcome to the Ziggurat, Care. Welcome to the Ziggurat, Murder Walrus, and welcome to the Ziggurat, Tesla Coil. I hope y'all have a fantastic, magorical, amazing time. I see lots of slug cats around. I see y'all, Rain World. I plan on dipping my toes back into it eventually. Oh, thank you for the head pads. Probably when I finish Battle Network, I'll probably start doing some Rain World on Mondays. Just for a bit, because I've been feeling the itch. I'm hoping to have a few more fun things set up for whenever I fire it up again. Back into it, so I played before. I briefly had 100% Survivor until Ice Toblerones fucking did Ice Toblerone's thing and completely crushed it. But as soon as I got it to sub 2 hours, that was my major goal. On some 5 pebbles, kind of a dick, but very, very gut-wrenching when I played through Rivulet and Saint. You know, he fucked up, but he recognized what he did wrong and tried to make it right. No Saint spoilers? Saint is a very, very interesting run. Definitely a good thing to go in blind. Still working through Spearmaster. Huh. I don't know. I find it weird because I played them chronological order. That order made the most sense to me. So it just feels weird if hearing people do things in different orders. It was like the whole story goes from A to B like this. But if you don't know Talos Principle, the first game is like kind of like Portal, you know, sort of a puzzle game sort of thing. But instead of having like the silly humor, it's a little bit more of a philosophical game, sort of on what is the nature of humanity, what is a human, and it ends with you basically leaving the simulation. And this game is set, it's from what I can tell, it's about 500 years after the end of the first game, because we are the 1000th robot to quote unquote be born. And so we're like actually on Earth, and we found like this strange superstructure. So we're trying to do a bit of exploring. Cast the eyes of judgment. I despise 5P. 5P is certainly a complicated person, and I feel like you get all the shades by playing the Slug Cats chronologically. I will say my favorite Slug Cat is Artificer, which is why I made the I made a special video for Artificer when I was uploading all my VODs, because I uploaded all of them chronologically because that's how I played them. But then when I get to Artificer, I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta make a special video, which I'm really happy about. Even though in hindsight, I see a lot of little things I could have done better, or I could have there's another mod, if I had been made aware of it, would have made it so much easier to get quality footage. But you know what? I'm happy with where it was, and it still took longer than I thought it would for just a quick, like, 5-8 minute video. Because I feel like Artificer's story in the context of the greater Rain world of how the cycles go and a lot of the philosophy, I feel is very interesting to think about and interrogate. Saint is also very interesting, but I'm not going to do spoilers. And I feel like that would be, I don't know. I feel like I kind of regurgitated all of my thoughts regarding Saint in my actual, like, playthrough. Well, they're already killing everything is the best. I mostly like the bomb jump. I'm not gonna lie. The bomb jump is, I was just giggling like a child constantly. Dying horribly, but having a lot of fun doing it. Although Artificer story percent runs are suffering. And the fact that the latest person does it in, like, one cycle is nuts. Mobility makes it so fun. I think it plays best with TI. Twitch integration. Right. I had 180 deaths on my already run. Was never really good at scab combat, only a little better. Yeah, I'm not the best at scab combat either. It took me a long time to find out about the concussive blast. Actually, I don't think I even figured it out until I looked it up after beating the game. Because, like, as I beat the Slugcats, I would look up, like, entries on them. And then I learned, oh, I could have done parries. I still think I had, like, a good 100 or so deaths on Artificer. Really good at catching spears with your face. See, the thing is you kind of need the face to live. Very vital, kind of important. It would be cool if Slugcats could craft armor. So you could have defenses and actually survive taking a hit. Anyway, probably still gonna going for a while longer, at least finishing this island. So feel free. There's a mod for that. At least there was on Rain DB. I mean, I feel like there's a mod for everything. Now, if only there were universal servers, because trying to do multiplayer with a bunch of people scattered all over the place is mercurial, to say the least. Hydrate. Fine. Thank you for the hot pots. Imagine red scented plates with the items you could grab and transport. You've gone and used words you don't understand again. I don't even know what I said 10 seconds ago. But anyway, let's dive back into Talos Principle. So we just touched a terminal, so we get a bit of a lore information. I'm lost if the words are more than 6 letters. Well, this is going to be a little twisty, because this game does deal in a bit of philosophistry. But don't worry, I have some helpful books over here. You know, we have Master Debating. We have Hegel's Kegels. Highly recommend the whole Hegel's Kegels 3-book set. You know, you get a little bit of philosophy, you get a little bit of core strength. It's just a real 2-for-1 package, you know, with the Hegel's Kegels. But if you want more linguistics, you know, I've got some Cantonese can't. So that's pretty good for, you know, just trying to talk things up. If you thinking of visiting Southeast Asia, blah, 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 blah. Or, as you can see by my very intelligent sunglasses, courtesy of the advice in How to Look Smart, very good book to read through. Is there how to read in there? Unfortunately, you need to have some skill points in reading already. I could recommend go maybe slaying a few goblins and leveling up and then allocating some skill points into read. That's usually the fastest way to do things. Other than that, you could maybe see if you can re-roll your feats to take the literacy feat. I think I have 2 intelligence. Read is locked out. Oh no! But you can get the audiobook. You know, if you pay a couple silver pieces, you can get like the audio will play back for you. A bard will come to your house and read it off to you. Let's see. Stratton. To say that material things are brought into being by ideas is to flatter ourselves, which is an error philosophers are particularly prone to, because it raises those who think above those who do. Nicomachus. Then what is the truth that does not flatter? Stratton. That the reverse is true. Ideas are brought into being by matter, and so each man's ideas are shaped by the world that surrounds him, as clay is shaped by its mold. Those who live in mountains fear cold. Those who live in deserts fear thirst. The Athenians are shaped by Athens, and the Lacedaemonians by Sparta. Likewise, it is for all peoples. Nicomachus. But may ideas, if we take each man to be an idea, not by deliberate action alter the shape of the mold, as you put it? Stratton. To discover a method for accomplishing this is the chief purpose of philosophy, my friend. Footnotes. The newly discovered Heraclean manuscript, likely a lost part of the Baraki collection, contains an additional passage that differentiates between pneuma, the individual mind or spirit, described as an energy arising from matter, and ideas, which are produced by the pneuma as it interacts with the material world. Philosophy is useless, as it offers no way of changing things. At least Stratton tried and didn't lie to himself. But how can we change the shape of the mold? Stratton never says. Perhaps by demonstrating the fact that other shapes are possible. We can't change it all ourselves, but perhaps we could, like Alexandria Drennan, create the conditions for change. Can said bar be Morgan Freeman or Sir David Attenborough? Ooh. Or De Morgan Theorem? Interesting. We are living in a material world, and I'm a material girl. That certainly is the one downside to ancient philosophers. Sometimes they tend to be just up their own asses and saying some shit, you know? Oh, all right. Another stuff for future Trekkie to run through a hexadecimal decoder. Easy to destroy, harder to create, so easy to optimize one aspect. Interesting. Best description of most philosophers. Wait, what the fuck?
The world is a wonderful place. Every day we take another step forward.
Nani, the fuck?
Every day we come closer to the truth. The closer we get, the more I can see the beauty of the universe, the intricate perfection of its mechanisms. I am a machine, and the universe is a machine. Every part of me serves a purpose.
Ah, fuck.
Or I could
Someone
not be
put a
myself.
zip
I
bomb.
could not be Miranda, because that specific person could not exist without those specific parts and their specific functions. In the same way, every part of the universe serves a purpose. I think that is what we were meant to discover here.
Experience a data stream overload. Okay.
1K.
Yep.
You just connected to an extremely powerful data stream. Are you all right?
233C is Fahrenheit 451. Thank you for that call out. That is very interesting. Likely could be intentional because this game leaves a lot of tiny little Easter eggs like that. I got a vision.
Yes, you were streaming. We all saw something.
Ah, shit, I was
We're
live.
lucky it didn't fry your motherboard. Please, everyone, let's be careful with these terminals from now on.
Yes, let's all try not to die. More importantly, who the hell is Miranda?
There's no one by that name in New Jerusalem. I just searched the database.
Must be one of the people
A
who built
new
this place.
person. Someone we've never heard of before. Someone born outside the
My
city.
God,
We have to find
there's
out more.
gnomes here.
But where did they come from? And how many people does it take to build something this huge?
And where did they
Like
go,
I said,
Cotton Eye Joe?
We need to find out more.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm about to fix another part of the transport system. Thanks for the files, 1K. I hope they didn't fry your brain.
No one knows. Also, I am remiss if you managed to arrive here from Identity Crisis and you weren't already following them. Let me make it easy. You can just click that button right there in chat and go check them out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't know why I said that, because I fucking hate that phrase. Alright, we got some more hexadecimal. I got like fucking so many hexadecimal things I need to translate. So many notes. Saint Adwald identified the tetramino as the tetragrammaton and the Greek word for God, because to him the mathematical properties of the tetrimo reflected God's ability to reshape the world without breaking its laws. Elohim, in his desire to impose meaning on the simulation, which was his primary function as a storyteller after all, took Adalwald's heretical ideas and integrated them as the sigils of his name. But despite all these layers of obfuscation, there is some kind of truth hidden in all this. The world really is, in a sense, made up of minute parts that can be combined and recombined without breaking the underlying laws. Everything that exists is made up of the same fundamental materials, and those materials are brought into existence by the same fundamental functions of reality. And yet, the miracle of existence is that we are not all one, but are in fact radically different and separate. Difficult, lemon, difficult. Make life take the lemons back. You know who I am? I'm the guy who's gonna burn your house down with lemons. The Book of Reminiscence and Regret by Eustatus. I don't like T vowel TH. That's a hard... How the fuck can you say that? In the early days of our people, we take a great deal of responsibility fell on my shoulders. There were few of us then, and though we are stronger and hardier than any human, we are not invincible. The world was an overgrown ruin, and our resources extremely limited. It was a harsh time, but I felt passionate about the work, fired up by the many sacrifices that had brought us here. From the Iron Team to the people of Genna, whose code was part of my personality. Bit by bit, New Jerusalem grew. We had to adapt some of the plans Drennan's team had left behind. I don't think they had expected the simulation to take as long as it did, but it was all working. That's when I made a terrible mistake. Thinking it a way of safeguarding against disaster, I proposed the creation of a second settlement, New Alexandria. As the location was far from the dam that powers New Jerusalem, I attempted to build a thermal power station that would take advantage of a local gas reservoir. However, I foolishly used geological data from the archive, failing to account for the amount of time that had lapsed. 5 years later, this error led to an accident that leveled the settlement and killed 31 of my fellow citizens. Of all my many regrets, this is the greatest. Eustatus never forgave himself for this mistake. He drifted away, isolated himself from everyone in New Jerusalem. But was it really his fault? Yes, he made a mistake, but why was the entire weight of New Alexandria colony placed on his shoulders? A simple process of review and discussion could have prevented the entire disaster. Doesn't that mean New Jerusalem as a whole is at fault? He did his best. I feel sorry for him. But the dead remain dead, and that has to be faced. You say Thias? Thus? Ah! Alright. Alright, Scavenger. I hope you enjoy the lurk, and thanks for stopping on by. I already read that. Ethics of extinction. Yikes. Alright. Oh boy. What's this got to say? If a species we consider beautiful and remarkable goes extinct, we consider that a great evil. Dolphins, for example. If dolphins go extinct, that's a great loss. If humanity causes dolphins to go extinct, that's a crime. But if Yersinia pestis, the bacterium that causes bubonic plague, goes extinct, is that an equally great loss? If not, why not? To nature, there's no difference. It's all just life forms. The only moral framework that allows us to choose between dolphins and the plague is a human one. What about a species going extinct without anthropogenic factors? Extinction is the norm. If one day dolphins are no longer capable of competing with other species, should we let them go extinct? When the sun finally dies and all life goes extinct, will that be a tragedy? If we can prevent it, should we? If you believe that extinction is acceptable when nature does it, but not when we do it, then you don't actually oppose extinction. You don't believe that dolphins are inherently valuable, that they deserve to live and thrive. You just oppose human control. You oppose our ability and responsibility to choose. That's certainly something to chew on. Also, thank you for the snag. A delicious, delicious snack as we run around. Let me out! Did I check over here? Yes. Oh, now it's time for some brutal observations. The fuck is this eye for? Snakes eating eggs is always hilarious. I agree. The African egg eater is a very humorous snake, in my opinion. It also has no teeth. Alright, we need to turn on 7 and 8. No teeth. Yeah. The egger has no teeth. What it does is it actually swallows an egg a couple vertebrae down, like in a part of its throat, and then like one of its vertebrae is like kind of not like sharp like a spike, but it's like ridged internally, and then it flexes to drive that like spine into the egg and crack it open. Then it slurps all the yolk and stuff before spitting out the shell. Especially when the snake is too small to control the egg while eating it, so it keeps trying to roll it. Oh yeah, I've seen that video of the turtle trying to eat the strawberry. It's just too big, and it just keeps rolling away. We haven't solved 5. Duet. Interesting. Alright, we can make a hole over there. Do it. Do it. Do it! Come on! Alright, I need to flip that switch. Can I flip it through the hole? Yes, I can, baby! Alright. I take this. We're over here. Alright, so I can jam. I think I need to jam this one, however. So let me go through here. No. I need to jam that. Like any hog nose, I'm trying to eat. Where's all mice? They always miss. I mean, I would just leave the little mice on, just on the ground, and he'll just get to it when he gets to it. Hold on. Get over here again. What am I missing? Oh, you know what? Just put it on the other side. Snarf. There we go. Alright, so we got the jammer. Can't take it out of the hole. Right. Try this again, so we get back over here. Yeah, exactly. And do this and maybe hit. Yeah, there we go, baby. All right, so we got that locked out. So now we can... Fuck! There we go. I need to... put it on the other side. Alright, so we got this. So I can't drill that hole while having it here. But I could put this here. And now I only need to blorp that wall. So if I grab this, why did I don't need to do that. What am I thinking? Hold on. So now we can find Ayo. Alright, I can't get that. I would need to get on the other side. Oh, you know what? If I do this. Grab this. Do this and move this over here. All right, now we got this. If I make a hole over here, a hole over there, grab this, drop it over there, climb out. Go over here, pick it up, jam that, Put that there. Easy peasy lemon ravioli.
I've managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%. It's incredible
That's a lot of percent.
how each leap forward enables another. The next iteration of the machine will...
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here. But experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure. I think you just picked up some kind of decryption key. Could try using it on those terminals inside the puzzles.
I don't wanna. I need 2 and 4, so this way. Oh, I've done all the puzzles except for finding the last, bonus puzzle. Good to know. Ooh, deer! Anyway. Switch on. I need to hit 4. It's 3, but I think I left this one on. Yeah, so we need to turn that off. Solid ear didn't boop its snoot. You have more self-control than I do. Unfortunately, I found I cannot boop the snoots. There we go! Meta puzzle solved, baby! Gimme, gimme, gimme. Never met a puzzle I couldn't solve. Hey, yo.
Every answer leads to another question. The last answer leads to the first question.
Now the question is how we solve this one. Okay. We need to connect a green to there. Alright, I think we can do this. The answer is C4. No, this is Seesaw. Alright, so we got that. Hells to the yeah. Okay, so now I know that that symbol means it's a meta puzzle to solve. So now I know what I should try and look for in the other map, where we didn't get one.
When the first man picked up the first stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
Wow, rude. Alright, now we are missing one bonus puzzle. We need to do a bit of exploring. Where are you? Apparently rock go bonk, according to Narrator Lady. Well, that is Pandora, so I feel like she's not the best person to be taking advice from, you know? Pandora kind of not so great to people, you know? You know? I mean, all she did was open a box. Yeah, and curse us. Also, she's being mean to Prometheus. In a cutscene at the beginning of this game. Trying to chain him up. Very rude. He did not consent. Ooh. Oh, this is like a vehicle of some kind, I think. Alright. I think this is a puzzle... Right, this is the bonus puzzle we have done. To be fair, everyone is mean to Prometheus. Yeah. Yeah, Prometheus does not get a very good deal. You steal one little fire, and then they all rip out your liver for all of eternity. It's very rude, you know? Ooh. All he was trying to do was give people access to I mean, warmth and light. Exactly, Walrus. Exactly. How else are we gonna make s'mores without fire? Come on, where's that puzzle? I don't think this is it. I think this is a normal puzzle I've already solved. Yep. Ooh, almost went off the cliff there. Have I already hit this? No. World Spirit. What is it that drives historical processes? It is easy to dismiss the idea of the great man, or the great woman for that matter, when so clearly so much is determined by resource distribution, pre-existing political structures, and the randomness of the universe itself. But is there no space at all for the individual in all this? Are there not moments when, in Hegelian fashion, an individual may represent the world spirit itself? Was Napoleon history on horseback, or not? Or is that itself another form of determinism? From Augustus to Napoleon, from Lincoln to Lenin, there are individuals whose actions seem to drive rather than merely be driven by history. They make bold choices, for good or ill, that transform entire societies. Or do they? We like to blame them for their failures, but are they not ultimately just the expression of a historical moment? But if they are, where's the space for human agency? It sometimes seems to me that all of human history has been that one struggle to carve out a space for free choice against the tides of history, and heroes and tyrants, pick and choose examples as you will, are both equally a reflection of that. Our greater goal, then, ought to be to extend that freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate, as much as that is possible in the universe. Gotta test gravity now. Yeah, we gotta make sure. Maybe we can suddenly fly. Yeah, great person theory. Don't really like that. I feel like it undersells the importance of the structures that those people exist in. Like logistics, secretaries, there's thousands and thousands of mechanical cogs that turn to make things happen. I think it's simply human nature to pick out a specific person as a flagship of a moment or a movement, but I don't think you can ascribe something to simply an individual. I find it to be a little bit reductive and potentially problematic, because some people take great person theory to an extreme end, sort of like these are the only important people. I think you could substitute most any person in the same circumstance and not have things change too much. They just, for one reason or another, happen to be the person we associate with a moment or a scene. Sometimes that's simply because they had the skills or money or whatnot to simply suffuse the zeitgeist to get themselves enshrined in such a way. There's a lot of people throughout history who just maybe weren't as good of speakers or good of writers, who have no less made great impacts on humanity, but are perhaps forgotten because they aren't chosen by the happenstance of the zeitgeist to be held up as the herald. Since this game touches a lot on philosophy, a big one, I can't name them off the top of my head, but there's a lot of African philosophers actually were proposing and talking about things that were only found in the Enlightenment in Europe. But often we are taught only European sources as being this source of advancing thought, of great ideas and inventions. And it kind of undersells other areas of the world who had such thoughts or ponderings, or even greater, far earlier than them. It can be very hard to shake Eurocentrism, especially because that would be like my one complaint for Talos 1, and I feel like Talos 2 isn't really going to expand into the other philosophers of the world as I kind of hoped it would. But I would certainly encourage people to open their mind to exploring other persons if they so desire to, look into those kinds of things. It's just a dumb dog, man. I mean, philosophy, I think, is just an extension of introspection. I don't think there is one correct way of examining or thinking about something. I think of different philosophies as like different glasses to observe something and sort of understand better your own thoughts. And I feel if you understand why you think or what you think about something and grow your connection of understanding yourself, you can better know what you want to do or how you want to contribute or do things in your life. Sort of like, if you know yourself and you'll never, be defeated. There's a reason that most of the great mathematicians are from Northern Africa, Southern West Asia. There are many great minds outside of where the most popular history exists was. Exactly. Absolutely. Like the two most common things of what is it? Took debate for 3 years. What is the term? What is the term, Dreki? It was also mentioned in The Good Place, which is pretty good for the first few seasons, in my opinion. Like the I forget the exact terminology, but the thought of judging an action based off of your intrinsic morality of what it is versus judging it based off of what it results in. Like the means to an end versus ends to a means. Greatest collection of human knowledge was in Africa before it was destroyed. Yeah, there's so much knowledge in history that has been lost to time are destroyed, which is why I certainly support a lot of digital archival, because there is a lot of digital knowledge that gets locked away because of, you know, just the way intellectual property law works and functions, or just the ephemeral nature of information in the digital sphere. It's easy for things to disappear, and you never know when that is a tragedy. You know, a lot of our ancient historical stuff is like, a lot of it, like most of the most valuable stuff, if I remember correctly, is usually just like people's diaries of like day-to-day things. And not many of those survived because, you know, it's just hard to have materials to write, have the time, the literacy, have it survive so much time. Nothing is forever, but by God, the digital age is the greatest forgetting waiting. Yeah. Yeah, if we got hit by the Great Reversal all of a sudden, and all of our electronics went kaput, it's staggering to contemplate what we would lose. How much stuff is relegated to digital only. We don't have physical copies or written works. One of the reasons why there's a lot of web serials that I love dearly, I've been getting physical copies whenever they go to print, when it's possible. How much is lost in just today? Yeah, that's existentially difficult to contemplate. Almost like we lost petabytes. Oh, more hexadecimal.
I drink the water, I hurriedly deliver something, and then I have to go put the water somewhere else 5 minutes later. All hours of the day, all hours of the night, no matter what I'm doing, my life is interrupted by this.
Rare, you say. Thanks for the stretch and hydrate, Kaine. I hope you're having a good evening. Thanks for reminding you need to buy a copy of your favorite show. Absolutely. I still have CDs. I don't have a CD player, but I still have CDs of some of my favorite music. I need to get some more of my music as physical stuff. Just been lurking. Well, that's perfectly fine. And yeah, it certainly seems to be a day for everyone to hit the rare effects. You know, we've hit hydrate twice. Y'all have been yeeted like 3 or 4 times. Only thing I've changed is added more stuff to the throw redeem, because I need to make use of all the silly little art stuff. Nope, and it seems Tesla Coil has killed me. Ooh, you think Halloween has passed? Too bad, I'm here to haunt you with a review. Damn. You're even yeeting ghosts now. That is just evil. Ah. Well, I guess the survivor didn't survive because it's DED dead. Also, wow, that is a very, like, high saturation white in ghost mode. Survivant. Exactly. All right. From Hypatia's journals, founding in New Jerusalem. Melampus and Yemo went back to the dam to get more charging equipment. They've not returned yet, which means that we've stretched a little thin since we're still posting guards at all times. But those large herbivores haven't come back yet. And at any rate, Eustathis assures us that they're non-aggressive. But it's better to not take any chances, not when there's so few of us and so many of them. Athena and Cornelius and Eustathis spend most of their time drawing up plans and arguing. In a friendly manner, but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them out pretty well, like background noise after a while. We have started construction on the first habitat. It's going to be a temporary structure for now, but we'll all be glad to get out of the rain. You know how many cool art things you know of personally that are just gone? Oof. I don't know. art is also one of those things that's very complicated in that I feel like sometimes a lot of the old art is overemphasized, and it kind of crowds out the room for more modern and new people to be recognized when it comes to art. Because artists chose to close out that part of their life or just getting pushed out of certain places. I mean, heck, there's just things that don't. Yeah. And I mean, that also comes around to the whole, like, how many great people who would do amazing things that don't get a chance to because of the circumstances of how existence is structured under capitalism and nation states. Really frustrating sometimes to see people who do amazing things, create amazing things, and it can be so hard for them to continue doing so because they just don't have good luck, or they get hit by some circumstance and have to do something else just to make enough to survive. And I find that existentially rough, and it can get overwhelming because there's so many that I've come across and keep finding, and you know, there's only so much a few people can do to help, but I'm try to do what one can. Try to spread out awareness of people, especially when they really need a little extra helping hand at some time. Old art is massively overemphasized. Hell, the only reason Mona Lisa is popular is because it got stolen 100 years ago. Huh. I know it actually got stolen. I know it got obviously faked. That's old art gets faked. And also the whole thing about art is being a tax evasion shtick. We're just glossing over that because that's in itself a whole thing. Imagine how many singles I've never heard from some shitty garage band in Iowa. For everything I know, there's a vast ocean of things I've never known. Oh yeah, you mentioned the tax breaks from random items. Yeah. Don't get me started on that because I will get the guillotine. I've been thinking I've seen someone have a guillotine emote. I need to get some guillotines and throw them into BTTV. I think that would be pretty cash money. All right, let's get Trevor, the random engineer. What you got to say, Trevor?
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great. I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? Oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. Or, you know, I tore this other animal limb from limb, sniffed my friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet, but it ain't exactly the White Album. I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one.
I mean, speak
Except
for yourself.
Maybe a cat. I could be a cat.
All right, hold on. We'll make a small exception for cats. Look what capitalism's done for us. No, look what capitalism has destroyed for us. Oh, hey.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood, which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods. The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
A hairless bipedal animal. Behold a man! Slut cat. Exactly. Arthur Smith ain't saying new is less or somehow less, but like the lost clay figures made in art class are just things that no longer exist. There's something that blows my mind. Like 80% of all games that have ever existed are just gone. Yeah. There's some really great old games that are impossible to find or impossible to legally play because of, again, how IP law exists and the grasp that corporations have. Barely memories in somebody's head, left in a rental. One of the most extreme cases, buried in a landfill with every last one of its brothers. Yeah. Alright, so what do we got here? Let's see, is there anything on the other side for us to grab? No. Do need to get this, but to what end? Ultimately I need to get a second thing over here. I was referencing the ET game for Atari. I mean, the contrary is, yes, they're in a landfill, but they were put in there for a reason. ET was trying to... So they're so bad that it almost killed video games in America. I don't know. Shoot. Alright, hold on. Oh, I need the cube. Let's see. May not ever overstuck on embarrassing ignominy, of course. I mean, literally. Bye-bye. Huh. Alright, what the fuck is this shit? Alright, I can push something over here to get by a wall. But what's the point? Oh, I don't need the gate. I can just do this. Let's see. Then I take this. Here. Interesting. I also think I just bricked this puzzle. How do I reset? Is there a way to reset? I kind of think I fucked things up here. Yeah, I think I bricked this. Game, please. Can I blow myself through? Whee! Nope. I see. Is there a way to reset? Can I restart checkpoint? Like, Atari dumped so much money into the ET game and licensing, believing they could never fail, sell anything with massive profit. They should have learned absolutely nothing. It's also why Nintendo became such a big name. Oh boy. Nintendo. Alright, first we get the cube. I hit this and this. Hey, welcome to Zerot, Trash Mammal. Hope you enjoy your time. That's why it's called the Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright, let's see. I need to get probably this. I need to get something over there. You're drunk? Drink water, get some food. Don't drink too much. Oh! It seems we have been downloaded into a digital world. Mother of dog. I mean, I can make a hole there, but what use is that? I could probably make the cubes go through, but... Hextro, exactly! I'm hexagons! Oh, Fuddruckers, it's midnight? Yeah, time does fly. I mean, I could put... I mean, I can't move this. Is there another item? Am I losing my mind? I feel like I'm overthinking this. If I just do this... Okay, just put this over here. Take the connector, drop it here. Take this. I see. Alright, so we can open this up. Alright, let me just put the cube there, and we... Shwoo! Alright. We solved it. Oh, Bros gonna hit the bricks. No problem, Durga. Thanks for stopping on by. I hope you have a restful, rejuvenating eat. Probably not too much longer for Talos. Now that we hit the last bonus puzzle, we're pretty much done with this area. So it's just gonna visit the big tower. Oh, stretch! Oh, I can do that. Now I need to find the gate because I forgot where it is. Untrimp the snack. And just noodle on out. Just kind of... Hydrate! Alright, I can do that too. Alright, all we got left is a little bit of Tetris platforming. That's no big deal. Quite easy, one could say. Bada bing, bada boom. Who does the emotes are hex too? Yeah, well the filter is applying to like everything on the avatar scene. So yeah, anything in there is going to be Oh, no, I can't jump. Fine. Be that way. Snake's yawn is both adorable and fucking terrifying. Well, fun fact, the snakes aren't yawning. They're actually just, it's kind of like popping their knuckles. You know, they're getting their jaw reset. No, that makes it worse. Aw. Poor snakes. Alright, that's not right. This fucking straight piece is really fucking me up. I need it to go, like, outward. There we go. There we go, baby! Yeah, it's an island. But what if there's hidden over here, too? Alright. Maybe one more. Another straight piece that makes this silly. Alright, that one was much more simple. Alright, who are we going to talk to this time?
Halt, creature of
Pandora.
clay. You have strayed from your garden and entered a domain that is beyond your ken. Turn back now, before you harm yourself and others.
We got the Sphinx?
The Sphinx speaks in riddles and knows nothing but mysteries. She has questions, but no answers.
Who are you?
I am, like you, another lost child of Hephaestus in the kingdom of Artemis.
Have a good
But
Eep
though I am
Index.
lost,
Thanks for stopping on
I
by.
know my purpose. To stand
Probably gonna be
between you and
Wrapping up
flame.
after this. Oh, wow.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery, but his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
Flame is not for me? Well, too bad. I don't know how to read, so that's not gonna stop me. See, we'll consider your words. We need to know what's going on for the sake of New Jerusalem. I'm not just gonna leave because you had a bad experience with the magic box. We need to know more about these technologies for the future of New Jerusalem.
You seek the flame of enlightenment, but remember that fire can also burn.
Okay. Anyway. Fire the laser! Pew!
How many of those bloody things are there?
I think that was Pandora, which matches the other one being Prometheus.
They seem to be locked in some kind of conflict.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
I feel like I know where Yaquat's voice actor reminds me of. And if I'm right, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Alright, let's get over to the train, and then we will well, the flame is not for you. Then you'd be a ceramic snake. You know what? That is a very good pint, Murder Walrus. Very, very good point. Alright.